I won the green card lottery, my brother won the green card lottery, but my mom did not win the green card lottery. But she's in the United States. And guess how she came to the United States? She came on a visitor's visa. And then she was able to obtain a green card after being in America. And like I said, I'm saying this from experience. So far, I've applied for a visitor's visa for 4 people, and all the 4 people were given the visa on the first try. They were never denied a visa. And the people that I applied for, some of them don't even have money in the bank. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is NAFULA. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. But if you've already subscribed to my channel, I just want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for sharing my videos. And thank you for even putting a comment on my video. So today I'll be talking about a very exciting visa, which is easy to get and which everybody can get. You don't need to have any educational background. You don't have to have anybody in the United States, which you can apply and successfully come to visit America. And today I'll be talking about American Visitors Visa. In my videos about the Visitors Visa, number 1, this video is going to be explaining to you what a visitor's visa is. Number 2, I'm going to show you how to complete a DS-160. Just the way I did with the DV lottery, we'll go step by step, we'll go question by question, and I will be showing you how to complete the DS-160, the online form. Number 3, I'll be covering the interview questions, like when you go to the embassy, like what questions they're likely to ask you. They might be different, but just the ones that are commonly or they're asked, I'm going to cover those questions and their answers to those questions. Number 4, I'm going to show you what can make you get denied the visitor's visa. So we'll be talking a lot about the visitor's visa. If I find anything important about the visitor's visa, I'll also be covering in my videos. And the intention of my videos, like if you're just starting to follow me now or you've been following me from a while back, my intention is to empower you. My intention is to teach you so that you can do it yourself, so that you don't need to pay anybody to do it for you. If you can do it yourself, why not save money by doing it yourself? So I'm going to be teaching you in all my videos how to do it. I know a lot of people want me to help them to do stuff, but right now I have a lot of things that I'm doing. Like you have no idea, I have too many things on my plate. And at the same time, I have a full-time job. So I'm doing YouTube, I'm doing my other things, and I also have a full-time job. But for right now, because I'm not available to help you, guess what? I'm going to teach you how to do it yourself. I applied for a visitor's visa for her in Africa, and then she was able to come here, and then she was able to obtain a green card after being in America. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is you can come to the United States on a visitor's visa, and after you get here, you can work your way and obtain a green card while in the United States. And I will also be covering that in my videos. So to begin, I'm just going to do it the way I did with the DV lottery. With the DV lottery, I told you it's important to have the correct picture just to be in the game, So for a visitor's visa, 2 things that are important in a visitor's visa. 1, you have to be able to correctly and accurately complete the DS-160, which is an online form. And number 2, if you're going to take anything from these videos, you have to understand with the visitor's visas, it's important to establish family ties. And I'm going to be able to explain that in my videos. So family ties is really important. Family ties means that when you come to visit, because it's a visitor's visa, your intent is to go back home. Green card, your intent is to stay in the United States. So it's important while you're starting to think about applying for a visitor's visa in the United States, the first question you should ask yourself, how am I going to prove at the embassy that I will be going back home. In other words, if you go to the embassy and then they establish you have nothing to go back home to, you might get denied the visa. A lot of people who get denied the visa is because they did not establish beyond reasonable doubt that they will go back home after visiting the United States. And a lot of people come here, and what ended up happening is they want to stay here. So the American embassy is aware of that. So you have to prove to the United States consulate or the embassy at your country that you'll be returning back home. You're not going to visit America and stay there. You're there as a visitor. That's why it's called a visitor's visa. So you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you'll be returning back home. So that's why when you start applying for the visa, you should start working on stuff that will make you, like, if you need to convince somebody that you'll be returning back home. I'm married, my husband is here, my children are here, so I have no choice but to return back. Or maybe you have a property, and the property that you've held for a long time that are not, like, you can't liquidate them very easily, or you can't sell them. Stuff like that you have to establish. Or you have a business that you'll be coming back to, or a job that you'll be coming back to. If you're a pastor for a church, you're like, hey, this is my church, I have a congregation to come back to. Or in Africa, my job, I have a job, and not only do I have a job, but this job pays really well that I don't have a reason to stay in America. Or I don't have, like, sometimes when you have, like, siblings in America who are doing very well and you're not doing very well in Africa, they take that like, okay, you'll come here to your siblings and then you're gonna stick there. You're not gonna be able to go back home. So they have to establish that you have a reason to go back home. So that's the important part when you're starting to apply for the visitor's visa. DS-160 and family ties. It's important that you establish family ties. Okay, now that I've made you understand that, we'll talk about the visitor's visa. And what's a visitor's visa? Visitor's visa is just like the name. The visitor's visa, you're going to visit somebody. If you go to visit somebody, you go to visit somebody in their house and then you go back home. So that's the visitor's visa. So, tell you the difference between a visitor's visa and a green card or a DV lottery. With the DV lottery, when you win, you're coming to the United States permanently. So that's why when you go to the embassy, they ask you where will you be staying, what will be your permanent residence, because they know you're not going back. So that's an immigrant visa. You're immigrating here. You're coming here permanently. You're leaving your home. You're coming here permanently. Okay. Now that you understand that part about the immigrant visa, where you're coming here on green card, you're coming here permanently, like a DV lottery winner, or maybe you got somebody, a family member petitioned for you and then you came here, you're coming here permanently. That's an immigrant visa. A visitor's visa is a non-immigrant visa. Non-immigrant meaning your intent is not to immigrate here. Your intent is not going to stay here. Your intent is not you staying here. Your intent is to come to the United States temporarily and then go back home. That's why it's called a non-immigrant visa. A visitor's visa is a non-immigrant visa. A student visa is a non-immigrant visa. An H1, H1 work visa is a non-immigrant visa. A J1 is a non-immigrant visa. And all those other non-immigrant visas. The goal is to establish that you come here, either you study and go back home. Either you come here, work and go back home. Come here, tour, visit and go back home. So that's why they're called non-immigrant visas. And even if you come here on non-immigrant visas, you can change your visa into an immigrant visa when you get here. There's ways to do that. As much as you will change the visa, maybe like in your mind, like when you get here, your intention is to change to a green card and stay here. When you go to the embassy, do not give them the vibe that your intention is to stay here, because If you give them the vibe that you're gonna stay here and you're applying for the non-immigrant visa, you will be denied a visa. So when you apply for the visitor's visa, regardless of who's applying for you, maybe your family member, an organization, or whatever, the weight of who determines if you get a visa or not is yourself, is how you present yourself, is how you prove or you convince the consulate or the interviewer, somebody at the embassy, that this is a non-immigrant visa. I know it's a non-immigrant visa, and I'm gonna do everything to abide to the rules as pertain to this non-immigrant visa. And like I said, I'm saying this from experience. So far, I've applied for a visitor's visa for 4 people, and all the 4 people were given the visa on the first try. They were never denied a visa. And the people that I applied for, some of them don't even have money in the bank, and they were able to be granted the visa. So it's important that what I learned from my experience is, as long as you prove family ties for the most part, or you're not going to be able to come here and be a burden to the United States to take care of you, usually you have a pretty high chance of getting a visitor's visa. Okay, let's do introduction to visitor's visa. So visitor's visa is a non-immigrant visa, and I already told you that. And for the non-immigrant visa, you have to be a citizen of another country, like a foreign country. Like, you can't get a visitor's visa if you're already in America. It doesn't make sense, because you're already a citizen, or you're already a resident here. So you don't need to visit a place where you're already at. You need a visa to visit another country so that you can use it at the port of entry. So you have to be either a citizen of a foreign country. You can be a citizen of multiple countries out there. You can have dual citizenship and still successfully apply for the visitor's visa in the United States. So there are 2 categories of visitor's visa. 2 categories, and one is the B1 and the other one is the B2. So for the B1 visa is usually a business visa. And what do I mean a business visa? You're coming here for serious stuff. You're not coming to joke. You're just coming and you're here for business. That's a B1. So an example of a B1 visa, for example, you want to negotiate a contract. Like, if you are, maybe you're in business, you have a partner here, you want to negotiate the contract, that'd be your B1 visa. Another one, like, you'll be coming here, maybe educational, scientific, you're coming here for a conference that's business related, that would be your B1 visa. Another one, if you want to come here to settle an estate, maybe there's an issue with, property, estate stuff that you're involved in, you're coming here to settle that, and that's considered you're here for business purposes. And sometimes, like, maybe you have a business, like maybe there's companies, you have an affiliate company here, or you have a partner company here, you have a sister company here, and you're coming to discuss business related to the company. That will be your business or your B1 visa. B1 visitor's visa. So B1 visitor's visa is pretty much you're coming to do business that's related to, like, here for business, to learn something related to the business, to make money related to the business, to do a contract related to the business. Anything related to, like, a business is official, is formal thing. So that is your B1 visa. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the B2 visa, because a lot of people are applying or apply for the B2 visa. And B2 visa, tourism. You wanna come to visit the United States? You wanna go see Niagara Falls? Like, you can be coming here, like if you have family here and you have to visit the family, that's your B2 visa. You can be coming here, like maybe you wanna do like a cooking contest or something. Like if you wanna be on American Got Talent, that'll be your B2 visa. If you want to come here, maybe you want to attend like a wedding, you want to attend like, graduation. If you want to come here for vacation, like maybe you book like, you want to visit Niagara Falls. If you want to visit your relatives, that will be a B2 visa. And most important, if you want to come here for medical treatment. Sometimes in Africa, usually some procedures are not able to be performed there, maybe because of lack of access to the qualified personnel, and maybe you need access to a certain type of treatment. Maybe they want to participate in a research that's only available in America, or you want to come here for medical treatment. Usually that is gonna be under your B2 visa. So that's the B2 visa. And if you think you like the content of my videos, please subscribe and also share with your friends. If your friends would like to visit America or come here on an immigrant visas, they should subscribe. Make sure you turn the notification bell on. That's really important. So when I upload a video, then you're notified, and then you can watch it and start working on how to obtain that visa that I'll be covering. I'll be covering all the visas on this channel. So if you subscribe, turn the notification on, then you'll be able to get updates.